Smackdown after Royal Rumble, which was not a good show at all. They messed up so badly on the women's Royal Rumble. I had to say it, and I said it, and I mean it. And that upsets me. It just... This show, days after that pay-per-view, was supposed to be historical. This show made me feel like I normally do right now while I'm taking antibiotics for my nasal infection. Sick. This show made me sick. Now, mind you, I'm not going to crap on everything that happened in the show, but all over this show, it just reminds you that there's no writing. And even though you still have a good interest in the show, there's nothing that you care about, particularly when they do something stupid. And that's the truth. Now, let's get to the Fatal 4-Way for the #1 contendership for the U.S. title. So, Bobby Roode, who still hasn't turned heel yet, is now about to get a #1 contender because of this Fatal 4-Way. We had Rusev, we had Kofi, we had, who else? We had, Jinder Mahal, and then we had, Zack Ryder, who I hadn't seen in a while, by himself. It wasn't dealing with Mojo Rawley. This was not about the match quality. The match quality was okay. Match quality is match quality. It's alright. But this is about Rusev still being a heel. Look. Everybody wants to cheer Rusev Day. They just do. And I still say Aiden English is making it work. I know Rusev has been working hard, making things interesting, but let's be honest. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. You wouldn't give a damn about Rusev if it wasn't for Aiden English singing for him. Aiden English put his ass over. And he's still with him, and he's still putting him over. And when it comes down to it, with Aiden English's hard work and Rusev's hard work, they're faces. And they're still going against the grain, and you got a heel going up against a face when it shouldn't be a heel going up against a face. It should be a face and a Rusev and a heel who we've been dying for in a Bobby Roode. That's the way it's supposed to be. And I'm not going to lie here. Bobby Roode is kind of boring as a face. He's boring. Not kind of boring. He's boring. I don't want him as a face. I want him as a nasty heel who can talk and back it up in wrestling. But here's the problem. If the WWE books him like everybody else, they're going to make him chicken shit, and I'm going to hate that. But if they don't, he's a great heel when they book him right. You know how I feel. Why? Why was Chad and Shelton? Why were they dealing with the Fashion Police? Why? Why did they go from... Look, they were here with the Usos, which I said they shouldn't be there because essentially they shouldn't have been a tag team in the beginning. They should have been singles competitors, not get anywhere, then came together as a tag team, and then it would be better. But no, they've been a tag team practically from the day they met each other. They were here. Here's the Fashion Police because they have not been booking them right. This is where they are. I can understand if they're going to go up against the Ascension. I can understand if they mess with the New Day. I know I'm saying the Ascension, that's a joke. It would have been better if they dealt with the New Day next. If you're going to keep them as a tag team and an irrelevant tag team, they should be messing with New Day. That is the freaking truth. They should go after the next team in the pecking order. If they can't take out the Usos, go after New Day, who is the second strongest team. But they go all the way down to the pecking order to a team in a Fandango and Tyler Breeze, who, when they were doing the Fashion Files, and this is the kicker for me, when they came into that room with the Ascension talking about what they've been, what questions are on Facebook Live. It upset me that Shelton Benjamin said, oh, the Fashion Files are still on? I didn't know. That hurts me because they were so good in 2016. They were so over in 2016. The Pulp Fiction stuff was great. The fashion Well, the Fashion Files doing the X-Files was great. Miami Vice was great. They could have gone through almost 30 different TV shows and they would have been awesome. And now they're here and Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable were here. What does that mean? That means they don't care about them anymore. And even though they won their match, and I'm not even going to describe the match, Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable won their match against the Fashion Police, which I'm not surprised because the Fashion Police is always slated to lose generally. It really looks stupid. Now, the Uso Penitentiary. That segment was beautiful. I think that was one of the best segments I've seen so far in 2018. Last year, they did a lot of good segments, but this one felt really emotional. I think Jay might have been a little bit more emotional than normal because of what happened with his, what was it, DUI? I think driving under the influence, DUWI. Not driving while intoxicated. No, was it driving while intoxicated or driving under the influence? I can't remember which one. But, no, driving when impaired. No, I can't remember which one he was. I think he might have just did that segment to show how he felt about what happened with getting caught with the cops. I think that's why he did it. But it was so real, so emotional. It was beautiful. And then I thought, and I'm not going to lie here, I thought the best moment for not the Bludgeon Brothers, but the Authors of Pain. They should have came out. That's what I want. I want the Authors of Pain to come to SmackDown Live. That is where the tag team division really is. And I was hoping for that. But we got the Bludgeon Brothers coming out. And then they had their match. You got the Bludgeon Brothers versus two jobbers, which they utterly destroyed. And it's obvious. They're going to put them up against each other, which makes sense. They're the only team left in the division they haven't faced yet. They're the only ones that haven't been touched. And in this situation, will they do this at Fastlane? That's what my guess is. They will be having a match at Fastlane. Unless they're going to be stupid enough to actually do it beforehand. Now, the top 10 voted wrestlers, what was it called with Daniel Bryan? He said they're going to do a top 10 vote. And it's the wrestlers who are going to vote for each other. Whoever they believe deserves some type of opportunity. Maybe for the women's divisions. Maybe for the Smackdown U.S. title. Maybe, what is it, U.S. title? Yeah, U.S. title, what am I saying? Maybe. I am still sick. I just took my medicine. The U.S. title. Maybe the WWE title. Maybe Money in the Bank or something. They're going to have to vote on each other. They're not allowed to vote for themselves. And Shane and Daniel Bryan cannot vote at all. Interesting. But it really doesn't feel like it'll be a shoot. Because they can tell them what to vote. And they will probably tell them what to vote. They're not going to do it. So this is just to trick the fans into believing they're having more variety. At least they are trying something different. And I will give them that. Now here's something that isn't different. Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. And guess what? Instead of doing something with Ty Dillinger because of what happened at the Royal Rumble where he didn't even get a chance to go in because of Sami Zayn, he jobs to Baron Corbin, who has done nothing. Nothing. I have no care for Baron Corbin anymore. Not because I hate him, I just don't care. I am done. I don't want to see him on TV anymore. It is a joke with him. This is a freaking joke. And I'm done. I don't want to see him on TV anymore. But Ty Dillinger, I could see on TV at least doing something in the U.S. title picture. I think he could do something interesting. But the question is, will they actually give him the opportunity? I just don't see it. Let's see. Charlotte had a segment with the Riot Squad. Charlotte talked briefly about what happened with Ruby Riott, which felt empty. You see me botching because it felt empty. If she's going to talk about Ruby Riott should be there. Ruby Riott should be on SmackDown right now. She should have appeared on SmackDown right there once the Riot Squad beat up Charlotte. And then, here's an interesting thing. Charlotte, after getting her ass handed to her by the Riot Squad, and I admit, Ruby Riott did a great job talking. But guess what? Carmella tried to cash in, and for what I understand, because the stream kicked out, Charlotte hurts the ref by accident, and there's no cashing in the Money in the Bank. A little too late. They should allow Carmella to at least cash in more than once by herself before the end of the year. I know she did it a couple of times with James Ellsworth, yes, but not by herself. And I think it should have been more than once last year, and then one here and another one. That's just how I feel. I'm hoping they'll allow her to try and cash in again, unless they're going to pull a Baron Corbin, and she's just going to botch it and not have the belt. Mind you, she was kind of cute when she was screaming her head off trying to get the ref. I'm not going to lie, she was cute. But this segment felt stupid because Ruby Riott was not there. It just felt empty. It just did. It did. If she's now being paid by the WWE, she should have been on SmackDown Live, at least to be seen, even if she's not wrestling. That's just my point of view. And, let's see, am I forgetting anything? No, I think I got it all here, and this is the end of the night. And that is Sami Zayn with Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. And why are they making them break up now? Unless they're going to do something silly, which I think might actually work for them. If they're breaking them up on purpose now, it is stupid because the Yup movement still has a bit of steam left in it. People still like the Yup movement. So if they are breaking them up because they just want to do something different, because they have no idea what to do with them, this was absolutely stupid. They should just leave them alone. Mind you, if they're not, this is what I'm thinking. Next week, when it comes to them having their chance to go up against AJ Styles at Fastlane, guess what happens? Neither one of them are going to fight one another. They do the damn finger point of doom. One hits the floor. They pin one another. And that's it. One pins the other. And then, guess what? They both win. Because one was willing to sacrifice the other one. That's the way it feels it should be. Because it really doesn't matter who has the title. As long as one of them have the title, they both have the title, and they can do what they say they want to do and be co-champs. A second belt can be produced. Remember, the Bella Twins both did not win the title at the same time. They didn't pin Michelle McCool. I believe that was Michelle McCool they pinned. It wasn't like that. One pinned Michelle McCool, and they produced a second belt, and they said they were co-champs. That's all that needed to be done. Sami Zayn could win over AJ Styles and become a co-champ. Kevin Owens can pin AJ Styles and then get another belt built, and then they can still be co-champs. They can do it as long as they allow them to do it. So that's if they go down that route. I'm botching a lot because I'm sleepy. But let's be honest here. Do you actually believe they're going to let them do the finger poke of doom? No. It would be cool if they did. I'm not going to lie. I will, even if everyone hates it, I will say I loved it because it was something at least different on Smackdown Live. But this is just my point of view. You guys tell me below. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.